Ooh, what's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. Welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling 2013. We are playing as the WWE slash NXT, I guess. And we are playing, and we are currently in the year 2015. And we're going to be booking running the NXT TakeOver special. It's our first NXT TakeOver special in this series, and I guess on this channel as well. And I'm excited to run it. I think it's going to be a great show. The only thing I'm really concerned about is the pay-per-view itself. Going into this pay-per-view, and some of you guys may have told me this actually, or I might have known this before, but going into the pay-per-view, I don't believe I remembered, at least I didn't remember this time, that I didn't really know that the pay-per-views couldn't be brand specific. I thought that you were able to have brand specific pay-per-views, kind of like how the WWE did back in the day with like Monday Night Raw having their own pay-per-views and SmackDown having their own, and kind of like how they're going to be doing in the future. So I didn't know that you could not have brand pay-per-views in this game, and if there is, I'd love for someone to tell me a way how to, because I didn't set this as a brand, and that was my bad if I forgot how to do that. Either way, though, the main reason why I'm super worried about this just being a normal pay-per-view is because stars like John Cena and Rusev and Seth Rollins and so on and so forth, like I have a lot of main event talent on the show, and a lot of talent in general that isn't going to be booked. And I know sometimes talent gets upset if you... Okay, Taylor, you can stop whacking my computer with your tail now, thank you. I know sometimes, the talent, they get a little antsy and pissed off when you don't book them on pay-per-views, especially, because I guess they get, like, a better, pay-per-view bonus checks and stuff like that. But I'm going to run this show either way. Hopefully we don't have much of a problem. Either way, I'm still excited for this pay-per-view. I think it's going to be a great show. So let's go ahead and run it. We're only going to have 2 pre-show matches to start off the night. Our first pre-show match gets a 49D+, in a match with some good action but not much weighing heat. Solomon Crow defeating Jack Swagger with a headlock driver. Just a way to get Crow some momentum, because for one, the creative meeting says that he's basically got a future with the company. So I'm definitely going to try to help him out there, but we'll see where it goes. I do have some plans for Solomon Crow as well. Some big plans, actually. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Nothing too special here. Moving on to our main event of the pre-show, we have a 63C, and in a match that's some good action but not much weighing heat, the Vaudevillains defeating Apollo Crews and Zach Billington with when Simon Gotch defeated Crews with the Shonen Bat? Is that like an anime reference? I have a feeling that might be an anime reference. I'm not sure. Not that I know the anime it would be referencing. It just sounds like something an anime would have in it. Either way, though, continuing to get the Vaudevillains some momentum, I have plans for the Vaudevillains as well as Solomon Crow. And even though I want to get Apollo and Billington momentum, the fact that I have plans for the plans for the Vaudevillains more than I have for Billington and Crews, I figured let's give the victory to them. They need the momentum more right now. Also, one of you guys came up with a suggestion for the tag team name for Apollo Crews and Zach Billington Jr. I think it was Moon Sabers? I think that's what you called it, Moon Sabers. And instead of it being spelled with an S, it was spelled with a Z, kind of a little bit of tribute to Zach's name. I'm not entirely sure if Moon would be a reference to Apollo Crews. I didn't really know much about Uwa Nation before becoming Apollo Crews, so I'm not sure if Moon has anything to reference him. I like the idea of Zach, the Moon Sabers. If anybody has any other ideas, or if you also like the idea of the Moon Sabers, let me know down below. But right now, Moon Sabers is the favorite. I'm going to maybe give you guys a little bit longer to decide on some names, see if we have some other names around. And my apologies for my cell phone going off. No, shut the fuck up. Color scheme. What the hell was that all about? Either way, though, we spent way too much time on here just getting the Vaudevillains some momentum, while also helping Billington and Zach Billington and Apollo Crews to get some popularity and stuff on their side. Honestly, the only person that was really penalized was Aiden English the most. He's got a poor gimmick, unfortunately, and low momentum. But we can fix that. He's got a poor gimmick? I thought he had a really good gimmick, actually. I have to check that, I guess. So moving on to that, we go to the start of the show, and what a way to start. Oh my gosh, what a perfect way to start off an NXT show with a 26E. Because everybody loves 26Es. Everyone loves Alexa Bliss, apparently, and Blake and Murphy. What can you do? Either way, fireworks are done, hyping up the show. We have the announcers, which the commentary table for today and for the rest of the NXT pay-per-views is Jim Ross, Mike Tenay, and then Corey Graves and Renee Young switching out throughout the night. Whenever it's male competitors, we'll have Corey Graves commentate over the matches, and whenever it's a female match, we'll have Renee Young commentate over the matches. Because NXT kind of did that back in the day when they had Renee Young on commentary. She would mostly commentate. She would do, male matches every once in a while, but 9 times out of 10, she was always doing the female matches. So I kind of want to capitalize on having Jim Ross as much as I can, and I figure why the hell not? It'd be awesome to have Jim Ross call an NXT show alongside Mike Tenay for one, because I'm not sure if Mike Tenay and Jim Ross have ever called a show together. But hopefully JR will be able to pass along some of that experience to Corey Graves and Renee Young as well. Either way, though, the fireworks are going off. The announcers piping up the show about how later on tonight we have 3 title matches. We'll see the NXT Championship, the NXT Tag Team Championships, and the NXT Women's Championship on the line, of course, with some other matches tonight. I don't care. Don't show this message again. Fucking bullshit. Either way, they're hyping up the show when the Dubstep Brothers, I don't know if anyone has a name for Blake and Murphy. Dave Scott, looking at you. Anyone has a name? Go ahead. I'm not in love with the name Blake and Murphy. In fact, I hate teams that really don't have names. I feel like if you want to be a team, name yourself. Unless you're already established, like Kane and Big Show, they don't necessarily need a name. That's fine. Either way, though, they're making their way out to the ring. The announcer, most likely JoJo or whoever else, is scheduled for one fall. NXT Tag Team Championships are on the line. Bliss in the ring. She takes the mic and she says, "So who's it going to be tonight? First it was the Dragons, then it was the Pitbulls. What does the independent scene have for us tonight? And it better be good, because tonight is an important night. Tonight, NXT is being shown all around the world, and my boys need to look good, so send us your best." Again, I really feel like Alexa Bliss would not only, knock this promo out of the park, because Alexa Bliss is actually really good on the stick, to be honest. She may not be the best wrestler in the ring, but she honestly might be the best woman, or can we call them divas, or do we call them women wrestlers now? I don't really know. She's definitely the best women wrestler on NXT right now on the mic. I don't think anyone's better than her. Bayley's definitely not better, and if you try to argue with me that Bayley's good on the mic, I will not even acknowledge you, because Bayley is not good on the mic at all. Her promos is pretty much, well, yeah, this is this and this is that. I don't really want to sound like I'm shitting on Bayley, because I like Bayley. She's perfect. I think she's got a perfect future. She's good for her character on the mic, but at the same time, whenever she's on the mic, I find myself just, let's hurry this up, please. Whereas Alexa Bliss definitely draws my attention. And so I went off a little bit of a tangent there, but I really feel like Alexa Bliss would have made this promo just work perfectly. Practically, stating the fact that they defeated Red Dragon. They defeated the American Pitbulls / the American Wolves. Who else does the independent scene have for them, pretty much? And also throwing out the fact that, NXT's on pay-per-view tonight, because in the game we're not able to do, live specials, like WWE Network has and stuff like that. So we have to still run a pay-per-view program whenever we do shows like this, unfortunately. And she's pretty much just, putting over this is a pay-per-view. This is the biggest night for my boys. Biggest night for me. Give us someone who's going to make us look good, pretty much. The crowd, though, does not like Blake and Murphy. I think we already knew that. But, who is going to accept Blake and Murphy's challenge this week? Well, I will tell you something, nerds and geeks. One of you guys left a comment, and you actually got it right. One of you said, you should bring in this tag team. And, well, I've been planning to bring this tag team ever since I started this storyline. In fact, this storyline was only started to bring in this tag team. Ladies and gentlemen, the team accepting Blake and Murphy's tag team championship match, the Motor City Machine Guns. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, making their NXT debuts. That's right, I'm just going to go ahead and spoil it. NXT debuts. This isn't a one-off appearance like all the others. I'm keeping Sabin and Shelley around, whether they win, lose. We'll find that out in the next match, of course. But they are under contract. They are in NXT right now. So it got a 48D plus. I'm a little upset with that. Oh wait, no. What? This is the match. Oh, thank God. I thought this is not the match. My apologies. I thought this was the match. This is an angle. Thank God. So anyway, got a 48D plus. Still, I would expect a little bit better. But then again, Blake, Murphy, Bliss are all out there, and it did better than an E. So that shows that Shelley and Sabin definitely helped this angle out. So Bliss, Blake, Murphy, all Bliss, Blake, and Alexa Bliss are waiting in the ring. Bliss, Blake, and Murphy are waiting in the ring just, for their opponents to come out. When all of a sudden we hear just a gunshot go over the loudspeakers, like the Motor City Machine Gun theme. And it plays over the loudspeakers, and out comes their challengers, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, better known as the Machine Guns. We're not calling them the Motor City Machine Guns because, let's be honest, WWE would not be all like, sure, let's keep the TNA name. No, we're just going to call them the Machine Guns. Because let's try to make it seem. Mike Tenay expresses it, I'd imagine Mike Tenay being super excited, like, I know quite a lot about these two men right here. That's Chris Sabin, that's Alex Shelley. Sabin's a former world champion out on the independent scene. Multi-time tag team champions between these two. One of the best tag teams out on the independent scene. I'm so excited to see them, pretty much. I'd imagine Mike Tenay just putting it over since their history with TNA. And I'd also imagine Blake and Murphy are just kind of like, whatever, we're Blake and Murphy, we can beat these independent tag teams. Not really, feeling threatened by the presence of them. So both Sabin and Shelley have Generation Next gimmicks. Shelley actually did better than Sabin here. He got an 88 on his, while Sabin got an 83. And we go on to said match, which does, come on, give me something good. Yeah, I can deal with that. A 64C for a Blake and Murphy match, I can deal with that. A 64C to open up the night. Our first match of the night is for the NXT Tag Team Championships, and a bout that had solid in-ring action but not much weight and heat. Guess what, nerds and geeks? The surprise win, Machine Guns, making not only their NXT debut tonight, but they defeat Blake and Murphy by defending the independent scene and capturing the NXT Tag Team Championships. Sabin defeated Blake with the Cradle Shock. I'm not sure if that's a pinfall or not, but that's what he beat him with. Alexa Bliss did some good work ringside. The announcing quality lifted the match, so Jim Ross, thank you. Definitely helping out here. Sabin's improving in performance. Murphy's improving in technical. And road agent notes, here you have. Dirt sheet, though, I am curious about. So Blake got a bonus for manager help. Good for that. Sabin, wow, look at these bonuses. Charisma, star quality, going all out, high morale, and a good gimmick. Alex Shelley, charisma, star quality, going all out, high morale, good gimmick. They got the bonus for the tag experience. Shelley and Sabin are going to be they're going to be good. Blake, of course, negative crowd reaction. We already knew about that. He has poor psychology, and trying to go all out was too much for him. Murphy, of course, with the same pretty much thing for Murphy here, except he doesn't have a good gimmick. Sabin was penalized for chemistry. No motivation, apparently. Maybe it's because we have Talia Sky here. I know Talia or Velvet's pretty upset that we hired Chris Sabin as well, since they're split apart. But new tag team champions to start the night, nerds and geeks. Motor City Machine Guns. The Machine Guns are the new tag team champions, defeating Blake and Murphy. And then we go on to a 50D plus as we see Talia Sky, Chris Sabin's ex-girlfriend. Backstage, she's being interviewed about her upcoming match against Charlotte. I don't know if I confirmed this on screen with you guys, but yes, these two are going to be fighting. They've had a feud for a little while now, so I've always been planning to have them have a match. So Sky takes the mic and she says, "Since I've come to NXT, Charlotte has had a personal vendetta against me. She thinks just because she's the daughter of Ric Flair that she's something special. Hell, she has such an ego on her that she beat up her own dad. The same dad, that's Ric Flair, when she lost her chance at the NXT Women's Championship. Well, tonight, Charlotte gets a reality dose, or reality check, whatever you want to call it. Because I'm going to go out there, and I'm ending this once and for all." So, nothing too special, just a pre-match promo for the upcoming match. She's penalized for low morale and low momentum. So we go on to said match. No, we don't. We just see an angle hyping up, not angle well, it is an angle, but not like a hype-up thing, just pretty much showing Finn Balor getting ready for the main event later tonight. We'll see other angles like this, just so you know. This is not to signify that Finn Balor is winning or anything. Okay, so moving on, we go to a 59C. I'm actually very pleased with that. I was not expecting it a C here, but a 59C in a match had some good action, average heat. Charlotte defeats Talia Sky by submission. God darn it! I always forget to do that. She defeats her by submission with the figure 4 leg lock. Let's just ignore that it says that. And let's just say pinfall. There we go. So she defeated her by pinfall is how I would have booked it, or how I wish I would have booked it. And the reason why she beat her, I'd imagine this is how it happened. But Natalya, nerds and geeks, that's right. Natty Neidhart, not the man, oh my god, I hope Natalya doesn't watch these. I highly doubt she does, but geez, I called her a man, my apologies. And no, those people out there saying, whoa, Natty's practically is a man. She is not. Natty does not look like a guy. She may be bulk, but she doesn't look like a guy. Either way. Natty did come out and interfere in this match. She cost Talia the match. Not that they're going to be feuding or anything. We'll find out right after this why Natty came out. But either way, Charlotte gets the victory over Talia Sky with the help of Natalya. She was off her game tonight, though. It always seems like Charlotte's off her freaking game. Come on, Charlotte. Look at these, though. So Talia got charisma. She was also being protected in that match because she was complaining. But charisma, star quality, and a good gimmick. Charlotte's got star quality, high morale, and a good gimmick. Talia, though, penalized for a lot of things here. Not too shabby, though. Pretty happy with that. And then afterwards, we go to a 53C- as Natalya and Charlotte announce that they have formed an alliance. Natty has taken Charlotte under her wing, and they are now pretty much a partnership. So pretty much kind of like how Charlotte has Dana Brooke as her protege right now in WWE. That's not exactly the storyline going on, and I didn't copy WWE. I mean, it kind of looks like I might have copied WWE, but I've actually been planning this for a while, and as if anything else that you guys see, honestly, up until WrestleMania, I'm telling you guys now, up until WrestleMania, everything I have thought of, and this is before mostly WWE things, everything I've thought of so far, I haven't really taken anything from WWE. I'm trying to pretty much do everything different than they have. Even the Roman Reigns Bray Wyatt thing in my previous, because before we did this save, we had a previous save, and then I stopped doing that save to be able to book NXT, so we restarted it. But even before this, I was doing Roman Reigns and Bray before WWE even did it. So I've been planning this stuff for a long time. So this is not a copy. I want to make sure you guys are clear on that. I thought of this. WWE has been poking in my brain and getting my ideas. Either way, Natty and Charlotte are now an alliance, and Charlotte is practically Natalya's protege now. We then go backstage with this random backstage interviewer with the Motor City Machine Guns, or I gotta stop calling them that, with the Machine Guns, and it's pretty much just Sabin, Shelley, you guys are now here in NXT, and you're the new NXT champions. I mean, how do you feel right now? And I imagine, both of them are just super ecstatic, like Sabin being like, I was starting to have doubts. I've been working my ass off on the independent scene. I've been day in, day out, giving it my best, and I never thought that I would get a call to come to NXT. And I don't think Shelley thought he'd ever get a call to come to NXT or WWE either. And we didn't get that call. We never did get the call. We had to bust our way into WWE. And you know what? I'd like to thank Blake and Murphy, because if it wasn't for Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy, we wouldn't be here. And that's the big thing right here. The whole story is, even though I did sign these two, the whole story we're being told right now is these two weren't given contracts. The only reason they're given contracts is because they won the NXT Tag Team Championships. That's the only reason why they got contracts. So that's like basically the whole story we're going with right now, is how they weren't supposed to be here, but they're here now. And it did get a 58C-, so that is awesome. So moving on from that, we go to 75B-. This did worse than Finn Balor's. That's actually a little interesting, as it just shows Kevin Owens, one of my Scooby-Doo. Kevin Owens backstage is pretty much getting ready for his match, just like Finn Balor was before. I believe we have the NXT #1 contenders match up next. It got us a 62C, so not too bad either. Although I wouldn't have minded seeing a B- here if I'm going to tell you guys the truth for a second. Either way, though, our first fatal four-way match of the night is for the number one contendership for the NXT Championship. The winner here goes on to face either Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Sir Nicholas Magnus, or Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. In a match at some good action and average heat, Hideo Itami, nerds and geeks, defeated Tyler Breeze, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels in 14 minutes and 43 seconds when Itami defeated Tyler Breeze with the go to sleep. So this also plays along with the feud between Hideo Itami and Tyler Breeze right now, since Itami beat Breeze to get the number one contendership. It also kind of saves Samoa Joe and Daniels from looking bad, although Joe was very upset. I mean, so was Christopher Daniels, but I'm probably going to have to give Samoa Joe a bonus after this night because he's most likely going to have morale issues for Daniels. Actually, all I think I had to do was keep him strong or protect him. What I do, kept him strong, and he was fine. So Hideo Itami is our number one contender for the NXT Championship. Joe is improving in technical and performance. Tyler Breeze improving in Rumble, and Itami is improving in performance as well. So Daniels was the only one that didn't have any improvements there. As you see, I've had to keep Samoa Joe strong, and I also believe he was protected as well. So I don't know why it doesn't show that note, but that was pretty much to keep them from stopping complaining. Itami got bonuses for charisma, star quality, going all out, and a high morale. Also, good gimmick, so good for you. Breeze, charisma, star quality, going all out, high morale, and a good gimmick. Joe, charisma, quality, going all out, morale, good gimmick. Daniels, charisma, quality, going all out, high morale, and a good gimmick. Wow, they all have the same things. I still don't get this. Why did Hideo Itami get a bonus for going all out, but then also got penalized? And he wasn't the only one. Apparently so was Samoa Joe for the pressure of going all out. That doesn't make much sense. But either way, good match. Hideo Itami's the new number one contender. Let's see if we'll find... Oh, we will, but let's see later on tonight who he'll be facing for the NXT Championship. So moving on to that, we go to a 68C+, and wow, this actually did really good. A 68C+. Was not expecting it to even get close. Maybe a C-. So it's almost a B-. That's actually pretty impressive. Sasha Banks, she's backstage just hyping up her match later on tonight against Bayley, Melissa Marie, and Lady James. She's going to be defending her women's championship against those three women. But while she's talking, Lady James comes walking in, and she just comes in clapping. And then she says, "I hope you enjoy that title for now, Sasha, because after tonight, I'll be the new queen of NXT." And then Sasha goes, "I know you've got history here, but let me tell you, none of that matters to me, because it doesn't matter how many titles you've won in your past. That won't help you tonight, because let me tell you something, Your Majesty. There's no way I'm not walking out of here tonight without my NXT Women's Championship. And you may be royalty, but that means nothing to a boss. I'll see you out there, Mickey." And Sasha just walks by, but she makes sure, the shoulder checker, nice little shoulder bump as she walks by. As, Lady James is just, for one, anyone that calls Lady James Mickey, because we had Becky Lynch call her that, and now Sasha, it's viewed as an insult. I just want to make that clear, because Lady James does not want to go by Mickey James. She's not Mickey James, she's Lady James. It's a whole royal gimmick, so you know how it is. It's kind of like, when you call a doctor Mr. Now, I worked all those years to be called doctor. You call me doctor. Lady James, she didn't work to be called, lady, but she married into, air quotations, royalty, so now she's going to go by that phrase. So don't call her Mickey, and if you do, she's going to get mad, like she is now at Sasha Banks. So I actually really enjoy this angle right here. I think it's a lot of, it captures Banks perfectly, who honestly, I would just imagine her, I could care less pretty much where you come from, And I really am enjoying the way Magnus and Mickey James have been coming along lately. So, dirt sheet here. Nothing to notice, really. I don't even know why I clicked on it. So, moving on from this, I think it is actually... No, it's not the NXT Women's Championship match. My apologies. It's a 49D+. This is a feud we haven't paid much attention to. It honestly only started because Sin Cara was a heel, and I don't think at the time I could turn him. I think I can turn him now, but... he was a heel, and we had him pretty much turn his back on Kalisto after they lost their rematch for the NXT Tag Team Championships. So the Lucha Dragons are no more, and this is pretty much just a blow-off match because of that. So we have a bout that had solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat. Kalisto, of course, defeating Sin Cara with the Del Sol driver, ending the match in 10 minutes and 22 seconds. Color commentary gave it a boost, though, so there is that. No worker improvements, though, unfortunately. Sin Cara, believe it or not, was mad about this. We had to keep him strong. Oh, boy. So Kalisto got a bonus for high morale and a good gimmick, but that's about it. Surprisingly, Sin Cara's got star quality. Okay. But interesting enough, Kalisto not penalized for much either, so I guess I don't have to worry too much about him. So moving on from this, we go to another angle featuring Brian Kendrick and Ricky Steamboat, of all people. This gets a 60. The Brian Kendrick is just walking around backstage when he spots Ricky. He walks up to Ricky Steamboat and he says, "Ricky Steamboat, just the man I was looking for." And I just realized I did not push that match back. Hopefully that does not come and bite us in the ass. "Just the man I was looking for. Look, I'm truly sorry for what has to happen tonight. It wasn't my idea to put your son in a match against me as his debut. I'm sure that was Regal's idea. But you gotta understand something, Ricky. I'm going to school your son tonight. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna show him and the NXT universe and Mr. Regal the difference between me and him. To put it in the simple terms, I'm going to make your son my bitch tonight." And then Steamboat replies, "Well, Brian, then I wish you the best of luck, because trust me when I say my son is no pushover. And if you really think it'll be that easy, then I'm afraid you've already lost." And he just walks away as Brian just kind of looks at her like, whatever. So I really like this angle, even though we haven't been doing much with Brian Kendrick at all. He's just kind of serving as the guy to put over talent. But I really like this angle because, it shows, like, the experience difference not only between Kendrick and Richie Steamboat, but also, plays into Brian's kind of cocky demeanor. Then we see Magnus just backstage getting ready. I'd imagine Mickie James is along with him as well, or Lady James, and she just, he gives her a little peck as she walks out, because coming up next is our Women's Championship match. So let's just go ahead and click next here. Magnus so far has been the weakest of all four, but we haven't seen Sammy yet, so. So we go on to our women's title match, which does 65C. Honestly, not too shabby. Apparently it was too long given who was involved. I disagree. Women's wrestling, 65C. Suck on that. Too long? Nope. Still a good match. Suck on that. Get out of my face. All right, I went a little overboard there. And about that featured great action, Nerds and Geeks, and average heat. Sasha Banks defeats Melissa Marie, Bayley, and Lady James when Banks defeated Bayley with the Banks statement. And she makes defense number 3 of her NXT Women's Championship. So, Lady James and Melissa Marie were not pinned in this match, so they kind of still look strong, and it kind of still plays the Bayley underdog story of, is she really ever going to, become a champion, or is she just a fangirl, pretty much. And all in all, I'm very happy with this match. Good match. I disagree with it saying it's too long, but I understand why they're saying it, because it's women division, and women are only supposed to have, 6 minutes of action or whatever. That's a little too short, but I think 15 minutes was perfect. So Lady James and Sasha Banks are both improving in performance, and Sasha especially is someone I'm happy to see. Lady James was also pretty mad about this, so we had to keep her protected. So Sasha, bonuses for charisma, star quality, going all out, and a high morale. Also good gimmick. Melissa Marie's got charisma, going all out, high morale, and a good gimmick. Bayley, going all out, good gimmick. Lady James, she was protected. Charisma, star quality, going all out, high morale, good gimmick. Wow, a lot of good stuff. So Banks got penalized for inconsistency. Honestly, yeah, I don't think this did too bad, actually. This did pretty good. So moving on from this match, we go to an 83B plus Nerds and Geeks. Sami Zayn's just backstage prepping up for his title match, which is coming up next, so that's why you see him prepping up. And Daniel Bryan walks in, the Intercontinental Champion, Daniel Bryan. He walks in and he says, "Hey, Sami, hope you don't mind." And Sami goes, No, not at all. Please come in. I'm sorry, I don't have much time to sit and talk. I've got to go soon for my match. That's actually not next. I lied about that. We still have the other match. I meant to push back. I got to go soon for my match. And then Bryan says, "Oh, that's okay. Actually, that's kind of what I came here for. I just wanted to wish you the best of luck tonight, Sami." Sorry if I got a little distant away from my headphones there. I was scratching my ear, and I pushed my headphones aside. Either way, I want to wish you the best of luck tonight. I know you've got a history with Kevin, and I know you want nothing more than to beat him tonight and win that NXT championship for a second time. But you can't forget you've got two other great wrestlers in there with you tonight. Don't let your hatred cost you this match. You've got a great future ahead of you, Sammy. This is only the beginning. Good luck tonight. And then as Daniel walks away, Sammy just says, yeah, thanks, man. And he goes back to, pretty much prepping for the match. So, I've been kind of, if you guys noticed for the King of the Ring, I purposely had Sami Zayn. Every match is purposely done for King of the Ring, by the way. I purposely had Sammy and Daniel fight because I wanted to have pretty much, build Sammy up kind of as like the next Daniel Bryan, and pretty much kind of like how we saw earlier with Natty taking Charlotte under her wing as her protege. I'm not exactly saying that Daniel's taking Sammy under his wing as his protege, but that's kind of the relationship they have right now. After the King of the Ring match, Daniel has like a great amount of respect for him, and I figured I have Daniel on the show. Why not put him here? Since I have all these people, it would be fun, and I feel like it just would make it a little bit more of a feel-good moment, whether he won or one of those moments where it's like, damn, if he lost, because now it's kind of like, oh, Daniel came in, Sammy, he might go on and win. It's like a feel-good moment, yay, or it could be like Daniel came back, and it still just wasn't enough for Sammy, We'll see where it goes, though, shall we? So I'm very happy with this angle, though. So moving on from this, we go to our semi-main of the night. Oh, boy, I wish it wasn't. 46D. I wish I would have pushed this match back. I meant to push this match back. Forgot all about it. 46D, and about that it's solid in-ring... Wait a minute. Wasn't? Oh my god, if this is... Hopefully. Either way. So let's just pray to God it's directly after this and I didn't mess up here again. So in about that it's solid in reaction but not much weighing heat, Richie Steamboat making his air quotations NXT debut defeats the Brian Kendrick with the gory neckbreaker. 46D, wish the match would have been a little bit better, but it's his debut match, so we're kind of building Richie up. Brian is improving in performance. I would have liked to seen it be Richie, but what can you say? And here we go. So for chemistry-wise, we have Richie getting the bonus for star quality, going all out in a high morale, also a good gimmick. Brian got it for charisma, going all out in a good gimmick. Moving down, though, stamina, going all out in a low momentum was what he was penalized for. Oh, boy. Hold on. I'm gonna skip ahead here real quick. Okay, I just forgot to put it in general. So let's go ahead and talk about that match. My apologies for some of you. I had or at least I thought I put in like a Richie Steamboat entrance. I guess I didn't. So I just it wasn't put in. That's what I was worried about. But either way, still. So we got a 74 for the main event. Okay, that was just I was about to say, was that our best match? Yeah, that was our best match of the night. I believe it's still a C though, which or maybe a B minus. I didn't really check it. I think it was a B minus. But it sucks because I skipped over it because I wanted to double check. Because if not, I was about to go back and change it because I was not having our Richie Steamboat entrance end off my show. But the main event of the night got us a 76, I believe, or 74. I believe that's a B minus. I don't know if it was about to feature great action and average heat. I'm assuming it did. I have no idea about the improvements or anything. All I can tell you, as after a great match that most likely took the most 20 minutes, because that's what I set it up to. After a great match, Sami Zayn, Nerds and Geeks defeated Finn Balor, Sir Nicholas Magnus, and Kevin Owens to capture the NXT Championship for a second time. And he pinned Kevin Owens for it too, Nerds and Geeks. So the way I would have booked this match to end in real life is pretty much just finisher after finisher after finisher. So I would imagine Sir Nicholas Magnus has Kevin Owens, ready for the Tormentum. And if I'm remembering what the Tormentum is correct, it's pretty much just like a rock bottom, kind of. It's the best way I can explain it. It's not exactly like a rock bottom, but it's pretty much almost just a rock bottom, basically, just done differently. So I'd have Magnus hit the Tormentum on Kevin go for the pin. 1, 2, coup de grace from the top rope onto Sir Magnus's back and on Kevin Owens basically at the same time. And then Magnus rolls out of the way, and Finn Balor is already in the corner, right? And as Finn Balor's in the corner, Magnus, rolling out of the way because he just got the coup de grace on him. Here comes Sami Zayn, haluva kick to Finn Balor as he's standing in the corner, and then he falls back after hitting the haluva kick on Finn Balor on top of Kevin Owens. 1, 2, 3, Sami Zayn is the new NXT Tag Team Champions. So apparently Murphy and Blake were used too much on the show, but interesting enough, it increased our popularity in 36 regions. Okay. So one thing I want to do, I want to see if this helps out a little bit, so maybe I won't have to promote him, but I am going to give Samoa Joe some encouragement. I'm also going to let's give Sammy some encouragement, and I say let's give Kevin Owens some encouragement as well. So we're giving Samoa Joe some encouragement since he was upset that he had to take that loss, and Sammy some encouragement since he won the match. And Owens, actually, you know what? Let's give Sammy a hug. Let's give him a hug because I feel like that's something Triple H would do. Like, give me a hug, man. Good match out there, yada, yada, yada. And Kevin Owens. So let's go with it. So Samoa Joe, he was pleased. Sammy was pleased with his hug. Gotta love Triple H hugs. And Kevin Owens was pleased. Also, we got 71 B- on the show, and it increased our popularity in 36 regions. That's impressive. Here's the, boy, here we go. Here is the testing moment. Are we about to have pretty much our entire roster pissed at us? Because if that's the case, oh, buddy, a lot of people are about to get some bonuses. I cannot have all my main event talent pissed at me, all because they just got left off an NXT show of all things. So let's pray that they're not too mad. I'm imagining we're going to have a couple, but I'm hoping it's not like the entire roster, because it better not be. I have a striking fear it is, because almost any time I leave a main eventer off a pay-per-view, they get mad, and I just left pretty much my entire main event scene off a pay-per-view. So I'm hoping we're good. But either way, the pay-per-view itself, the TakeOver, it went pretty good. It increased our popularity in 36 regions. It didn't lose our popularity anywhere. So I'm interested to see where it goes. People seem to have enjoyed the show. That's what it says, at least. I'm just checking all this. Oh, wait, we have a new champion at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. The world's cutest tag team lost their tag team championships to the best friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, or Trent ? Jeremy Borash staying with TNA. But yeah, the pay-per-view went pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm just more worried about this. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm not mad. I'm definitely not mad about this. Look at it's Stardust. That's fine. Jack Swagger, I don't think he was mad before. Maybe he was. I'm not mad about this. Although Samoa Joe is angry with us, so let's go ahead and give him a bonus. Hopefully that'll be enough. Nope. So let's give him like a friggin' $3,000 bonus. If that's not enough, then you can suck a big one, Samoa Joe. All right, $3,500, because I accidentally went that far. How the fuck is that not enough? Piss off. Greedy ass bastard. Let's look at our emails real quick. Got a 6.57 buy rate. Interesting. I want to check out some of the NXT storylines. Of course, some of these are going to be ending. But out of curiosity, we can go here to our top 100, and I'm sure I can find that Sami Zayn match on here somewhere and check if it was a B- or not. So it's a 74. 74 is most likely. Yeah, it definitely has to be a B-. Right there, Sami Zayn defeated Finn Balor, Magnus, and Kevin Owens. 74. So it's about the same as our Randy Orton-Rusev match back in the day. So all in all, good pay-per-view. Good show for our first NXT TakeOver. It's not going to be an every month thing like, the game would probably want us to do. But I'm planning on probably doing one for before SummerSlam as well, which is our next pay-per-view after Battleground. So we might have another one coming up. Either way, though, nerds and geeks, my name's been OMGWTF, LOLFWBRB. I have hiccups right now. Very irritating. So I'm happy this is the end of the video. If you have enjoyed, please do me a favor. Leave me a comment, a like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I already said my name, I believe. So I messed up my outro again. What can I say? I'll see you guys later for Battleground King of the Ring 2015, which will be uploaded Sunday. So until then, have a great day, guys.